Okay, so this is what I'm gonna tell y'all to do. Now, when you're beautiful, men are gonna try to talk to you, period, because you're beautiful. Like there's nothing that you can do about that. You're attractive, so you attract. Okay, we here. I got you. You do not have to entertain men's advances if you don't want to. I know the way we were raised, we were given a lot of, be nice to him, whoop de woo, don't hurt his feelings, but that is against biology. And that's not how this works, okay? I have set a boundary. I set this boundary maybe a month and a half ago, and it has been working great for me. I don't spend time with men who don't provide any level of value to me. Because simply being in the presence of a male, most men, there is no value for me. Talking to men, even via DMs, they can be very draining. I literally just had a guy come in my DMs and I responded to him, hello, and he immediately started complaining about how it's so hot where he is. And I had to end the conversation there because I don't do emotional labor. I'm not available for that, period. Again, boundaries, rules are strict. I don't have time to be massaging anybody's male ego or doing anything to provide comfort for a man, because that is one of the things that I can do very well as a feminine being. But anything that comes from me has to be earned. I'm not going to do it just because you're a guy. And that's the thing. Most women do things just because he's a guy or just because he's cute. And I don't do that. I don't even have extended conversations with men. I'll say hello. I have no problem with a greeting. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about I don't hold conversations with men if there is no value to me. So we are not going to do the what's your favorite color? Where are you from? Da, 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 da. You have about two questions maybe that I'll let you ask me. If you are not inviting me to a venue space, such as a restaurant where we can sit down and talk, if you are not providing anything of value. Just last week, I had a guy that I ran into as I was out running errands, and he decided to buy me dinner 3 different times. We are not in a relationship. We're nothing close. We're not even anything. I blocked his number now, but he, that was something that he wanted to do. But as soon as he started to get on my nerves, he was blocked. Why? Because he was getting on my nerves, and that's just what it is. My nervous system is my number one priority over here. My well-being is my number one priority. When you start working on my nerves, you have to go. And I'm gonna tell you, one of the reasons why it's so easy for me to cut men off and to revoke access from them is because I don't invest energy in them. There has to be a very large emotional, an energetic investment from him, for me to begin to do things for him, such as making him something to eat or helping him with something or giving him advice. I'm not doing that because that's not how we're created to do. Women are not created to just give. Look at our biology and look at a man's biology. We are not designed to give. And unfortunately, in this society, women have been told to give. We've been told to walk up to men. We've been told to rub men's feet and, cater to you by Destiny's Child. We've been told to do those things, and these men are not even putting you in a place to where your nervous system is regulated and peaceful and calm, and you can feel safe enough to give your nurturing. Your nurturing costs. Ask me how I know. You cannot find a caregiver for free. Google it and see if you can find somebody to come take care of you for free because you broke your foot or you broke your leg or whatever. Can you have somebody come cook for you for free? No. If you wanted some yum and you went on an escort website and you looked up a male or even a female escort, how much is that going to? It's not free. None of this stuff is free. You don't get any of these things for free, yet women give these things for free to men. If you want advice is not even free half the damn time. Not from somebody who's competent. So I don't give emotional labor to men because that does cost money. How do I know? I'm a trained doula. None of the women whose births I went to, I did for free. That's emotional labor. And then you're using my holistic knowledge because I'm telling you, what you should and shouldn't be eating. And I'm, no. Nothing is free in this world. So we're not going to do that just because he's cute or because he's a guy. He has to earn his keep. And that's the problem. Most of these men have not been made to earn their keep. And that's actually what male biology requires for bonding. This is part of why you be like, why these dudes be acting so funny with me? Why they don't like me? Because they're not bonded to you. And the only way that a male is going to bond to you is through effort. Through him doing things for you. From you stressing him out. From you putting him on ice. From you making him do things. You putting effort on his to-do list. You got to do this. I'm not finna go nowhere with you unless you're gonna do that. I'm not doing this with you unless you do that. And those are, you don't necessarily say it like that, but it's more like, oh, I only do this, or I can only do that. Or if they're completely out of line, just block their ass, which is one of my favorite things to do. Just block their ass. Because you don't get to have access to me just because you want to. A lot of men feel like access to women is their and that's the problem with us living in the system of patriarchy, is men feel like they have a right to have access to women, and that is inaccurate. Access to a woman is a privilege, and some men will be like, well, it don't really matter. I could just, what does that mean? I could just get a girl from here, there, everywhere. I can pick up a girl on the corner of the street. Go do it. You don't have access to me, because that's all I'm concerned about. Me, okay, me and mine. You don't have access to me though, and that's all that matters. You don't get access to me. And this is the thing I think that goes over a lot of women's heads is like, you don't have to be available. Like, you don't have to be available. You don't have to send. I just had a guy message me recently, after being very weird for months. I haven't talked to him in months. And so out of the blue, he text messaged me, and he wasn't talking about shit. So I just didn't respond. I think that is the number one siren technique that I could tell you, is silence. Silence and observation. That will tell you everything you need to know. If he really wants you, he's going to keep calling you. He's going to keep texting you. He's going to go through hell and high water to try to get in touch with you. If he really, really wants to prove himself to you or to speak with you, he'll make the effort to do that. Otherwise, go live your life. Go find something else to do. Like, you don't have to. I'm trying to tell y'all, you don't have to give men energy. Another siren tip I will give you, the most important physical siren tip I will give you, is posture. If you have bad posture, that is read as a weakness. You are read as prey. It's actually a safety thing, like literally a safety thing. When you have poor posture, you are looked at as prey by predators, meaning like evil people, bad guys, like in real life. They've done studies on this. So having your head held high, having your back straight. I do advise being dressed well. I do advise, doing your hair, doing your makeup, all that type of stuff. I advise it. But the most important thing that you can have is strict boundaries and a straight back. And baby, when I tell you, people will behave accordingly. Literally, I told y'all, I had somebody pay for my dinner, like a dinner that I ordered and had at home by myself. I didn't have to sit and hear this motherfucker breathe. He just paid for my food. Why? Because I don't play. And that's just what it is.